Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. It's Sunday morning. We're having a little coffee out here. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. Anyways, there's a special trick to getting a good cup of percolated coffee, which we usually drink. Fresh ground beans. Trader Joe's, you can get a good can of whole bean for $12. It'll last you a month at least, depending on how much coffee you drink. And it's quality. It's decent. You can also, if you have a local roaster, definitely pay them a visit. You will want to invest in a coffee grinder. There are plenty of electric grinders, or you can even get a hand crank grinder, which I actually suggest. I recommend those because they are a superior grinding method. They have the two cones that are grooved and they go together. They really grind the coffee very well, and the experts, the most discriminating coffee snobs, will just say that is one of the better methods of grinding coffee. So once you dive into, either wine, coffee, expensive aged alcohols, or even cigars, there are aficionados, very discriminating tastes in such things. You can absolutely get too deep, and you can go too crazy and be too obsessed, as with everything. But if you want just an honest, good cup of joe, get yourself an old-fashioned grinder, get some of those Trader Joe beans, or from your local grocery store. They, most Vaughn, Safeways, whatever you have in your area, you should be able to buy a bag of whole beans, or even Starbucks beans. I've had success grinding those and enjoying it in a percolator. And you get a lot of good flavor. As long as your percolator is clean, you should have a really good cup of coffee. And some people are like, oh, percolator. I'm like, no. Percolator is not bad. It's whatever you put into it can sour the flavor, can be old stale grinds. You get it. Don't run down the method if you haven't done it right. Okay. Anyways, enough coffee talk this morning. We are going to put our attention on the elephant in the room. Yes, the number 2 Blizzard is back on the bench with a new globe. Remember the one that I had in it before? It's the old flashed red globe, which actually has been faded to a degree because of its age and its extensive use, I'm sure. It has more of a root beer amber color to it than red. When you look at it through the sunlight, it does appear red or ruby, but it has more of a brownish tint to it. And when you light it, it has an orange cast of light, which is nice. I actually enjoy that better. It's very ambient and very soft and warm. So I'm happy with its graceful aging. Some people would be upset about that, but I actually embrace it quite well. But I wanted a clear globe for this so I can use it for other applications when I need to see a lot. And these things do burn very bright. They do at least 10 candle power with a right wick trimmed right. You can get 10 candle power out of these tall cold blasts. And the flames, you can get them kind of high before they start smoking. And that's great. They really are the king of cold blast lanterns, in my opinion. The Dietz number 2 Blizzard is a fantastic design, and this definitely is one of my favorite lanterns. I burn it almost every night. It gets a lot of use, and the darn thing is just, it's so solid and it burns so well. I just don't get tired of it, and it has such a classic look about it. It's just, man, it is the first of the generation Blizzards, so it's really fun. And I like it. This globe is really great. It's in good shape, has some fun imperfections in it. The really cool thing about the globe is that I put out a little blast on the Tubular Lantern group, and I was saying, hey, if anybody has one of these globes, I'm in the market. Hit me up. Let me know what you want for it if you got one to spare. Well, a few people answered, and some of them weren't aware of the specific globe I was after. It's not their fault. They're trying to help, and I'm always grateful for that. And I don't want to appear ungrateful. However, this one member says, hey, let me check my shelf. I might have one. He gets back to me. He says, yeah, I got one, and he sent me photos, and we agreed on a price plus shipping, and here it is. he actually did me a really big favor. He's a really sweet guy, and he sold it to me for a very, very good price. I'm not going to disclose that because that's something between him and I. Because these globes do tend to retail pretty high because they are not very common, not like the other Dietz hot blast globes that do turn up more frequently. But it is a clear one. A colored one would definitely be, yeah. And I have a colored one. I have the flashed one that I actually got by accident in the CT Ham copper fount that you've seen before. So that was a pleasant surprise because Mr. Joseph Bogo with the Antique Lantern actually appraised that globe at easily $200 to $300, which is, that's saying something. That's, probably ideal condition, but mine is not ideal condition, but it's not terrible. It's not heavily chipped or anything. It's just faded, the color. But that's fine. I like the way it looks. I actually like it more. But anyhow, this thing is really cool. I've been enjoying this, as I've said many times, almost every night. But here, I'll just bring this in a little more close up so you can, see that globe. Really cool. Right? Nice, strong casting. But you can probably see it better from this camera because it's not the old one. That's right. This is our first video with the Canon EOS. Yes, the upgrade. The gracious donation from my brother. And I've been playing around with the camera. I've got an SD card and whatnot. So we're going to be uploading some great fresh content. And you guys will be enjoying the quality of the picture over the old 750 power shot, which I've had since time began, rather. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be fun. So I thought I'd make this first video with the first pattern Blizzard, and also just say that we're going to be doing hopefully another video next week, my wife and I, and we'll be kickstarting our new channel or sister channel to this channel with that content. So we can, take you along for the little ride to different destinations and antiquing and picking at thrift stores and whatnot. So we see a lot of funny random things sometimes, or really cool things that we don't always buy. So yeah, we like to, do something along those lines. There's a lot of vloggers that do travel vlogs and such like that, exploring abandoned places and mines and stuff like that. I love watching those videos. My wife is not into abandoned places and mines. They're very scary to her. That's fine, but we love antiques. So yeah, it's obvious. Anyways, we're going to have fun. So stay tuned. Keep an eye peeled for the link in the description for the other sister channel that we're going to create. Okay, everybody, you guys have a great rest of your Sunday, and enjoy whatever you're doing. And be well and stay safe. All right, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.